So, you've been charged with DUI, you're staring down a court date, you're looking at going to court within the next 10 days, you have to turn yourself in, you're confused, you're scared, you don't know what to do, you don't know whether you should hire a lawyer, you don't know whether you should just ask for a court-appointed lawyer. Now is the time to start asking these key questions. What is it that I want, you will ask, from this case? What is it that I hold near and dear? What is it that I am afraid of? Am I afraid of losing my job, you might ask? Am I afraid of losing my license? Am I afraid my insurance rates are going to go up? Am I afraid I'm going to go to jail? Am I afraid that I'm going to be put on probation and the probation office isn't going to let me take my prescribed medication? I'm afraid that they're going to find other things in my blood tests, such as prescription controlled substances or maybe even illegal controlled substances. It's never too early to hire the right lawyer, but it could be too late. And that same adage is true when you're hiring a lawyer to handle your DUI case or your operating while intoxicated case. The laws on operating while intoxicated continue to change each and every day. It's gotten to the point where we, as you see behind me, there are no dusty old leather-bound law books anymore. The reason for that is simple. The laws change so rapidly that if we bought a set of books, they would be outdated in a matter of a few months. The DUI laws, compared with the law, for instance, that makes homicide illegal in the state of Michigan, that law is about 1 page. The laws on DUI are about 210 pages, and they're changing every day. Legislatures are looking for new ways to punish people who are arrested or convicted of DUI. There are national organizations which are funded federally with the sole purpose of making DUI laws tougher. And there has been even some discussion from national organizations who put on a wish list every year about lowering the legal limit to 0.05. For those of you at home who aren't familiar with the rate in which alcohol is metabolized by the human body, for a casual drinker, 0.05 is roughly 2 glasses of wine or 2 beers. So it's important that people understand their rights in the situation. It's important that people understand that this is not a case where you want to go down the street and hire the general practitioner who dabbles in a little bit of everything. You want to hire the specialist. You want to hire the winner. You want to hire the person that has the most experience. So these are some things to consider. And obviously, if you're watching this video and if you're actually facing a case right now, or you're waiting for the police department to contact you with your blood results, or you're not sure where your case is in the court system, a lot of people who get arrested initially may end up getting released pending the outcome of their blood tests, which could take several weeks, if not several months, to deliver. So if you're in that position and you're waiting, don't delay. Come see me immediately. Make an appointment, and we'll walk you through it, because it's important to get an early start on these things. It's important to know all of your rights and how your life is going to be irrevocably affected by this incident. So what we want to do here is, first of all, we want to look at your case, and we want to turn over every stone to see that the police officer followed the proper procedure and to ensure that your constitutional rights were not violated. Many people understand intuitively that when a police officer pulls you over for a traffic violation, or a headlight that's out, or for driving with your brights on, that officer has to have reasonable suspicion to believe that you're in violation of a traffic law before they can pull your car over. We've seen cases where the police car video disproved the police officer's report, and whether that's through some type of mistake, which it typically is. Most police officers are are God-fearing, upstanding citizens. But in some cases, police officers do in fact make mistakes. And we've seen cases where they wrote in a report that the person's taillight was out, and the video shows that the taillight was in good working order. So we look at these things, we order all the discovery, we leave no stone unturned to make sure that there wasn't a constitutional violation of your right to be free of unlawful searches and seizures, both of your person and your property. And we also want to make sure that if the police officer arrested you, that they had a constitutional basis for doing so. That's one thing that we do. We turn over every stone. We look inside every crack to see if we can find something that is going to benefit you and perhaps even get you, if not a dismissal, a serious reduction in the charge. The second thing is we do have cases where people are in fact guilty, where people have violated the law, and where we've turned over every stone. The police officer did everything properly, and the person is in fact going to be proven guilty in a court of law. In that situation, it's not the best option for you to go to trial, especially, for instance, if your blood alcohol level is 2 or 3 times the legal limit and the police officer saw you weaving all over the road and people were swerving out of your way, or if you get into an accident and you have a very high blood alcohol level. That's not the best case to take in front of a jury. So what we do in those situations is we look for ways to create a nice soft landing for you so that you can go through this process and protect yourself and protect your future and minimize the consequences to you. So in those cases, we're very treatment oriented. If a person has an alcohol problem, if they had an alcohol problem for years, we get them help and we seek to treat the addiction. Millions of people in this country are addicted to alcohol. We all know it. We're all related to people who are alcoholics. Some of us are even alcoholics ourselves. There's no shame in that, but the fact of the matter is there are a lot of people and a lot of clients that come to me who are not willing to acknowledge that they don't have a healthy relationship with alcohol. So it's our job as counselors here at O'Keefe Law to help people understand whether or not they can have a healthy relationship with alcohol and to really make changes in their life that's going to be best for them and for their family. So our job isn't just to win at all costs. I've got an impeccable ethical record. I've never been sanctioned in the state of Michigan. I've got a stellar reputation because the judges, the prosecutors, the fellow defense bar, they know me to be an honest person. And they know that when I represent my client, I'm going to do my very best to help my client.